took a long hike today. Give us a look at an area of the lake that I think most of us don't get a chance to look at in the winter. The main body of water out here as close to the dam as you can hike from the shoreline anyway. This is Moonbeam Island kind of area. And you can see it's all locked up in ice. Not that that ice is safe to be out there. There's all kinds of cracks and fissures, water's coming through the cracks, and it's slumping because the lake's gone down, so the sides are cracking in and it's creating all kinds of chaos. This lake is one of the most unpredictable lakes as far as ice, so that's why it's not a mainstay for ice fishing. So this isn't the location people think of when they think of great ice fishing. It's because the ice here is just so unpredictably dangerous. So that being said, this is a look at it up here on the main body, and it is beautiful. I love this lake. Love to come up and walk it when you get a chance to work these shorelines. It's an opportunity to see the lake in a new way. Come out and sweat a little bit, do a little bit of hiking. It's a good time. But I'm going to do an ice dock update today. We're just going to talk about ice. I'm going to stop at a couple places, and I'm going to give you guys a chance to see what the ice is doing here at Lake Raystown. And here around Moonbeam Island, mile marker 2 is way off in the background there. And this is just locked down. It's sketchy ice. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little dock hopping. We're going to talk about ice a little bit. I want to remind everybody we're doing live streams 8 p.m. on Monday nights. So I'll see you there. And the Raystown Rendezvous linked below, that is creeping up on us quickly. So do the registration and I will catch up to you guys there. But let's get on with this icy dock update. I do wish they would make one pass with the plow. But anyway, this is Snider's Run. And you guys can see pretty much the parking lot and the driveway and all the whatever. It's just pretty much useless. The ramp is about the same. But you're not putting anything in the water, of course. But what I'm saying is if you come down here, I actually had to flip into 4-wheel drive just to get through this snow because there is zero winter maintenance here at Snider's Run. So there is ice. I actually found a hole and I chopped it open with this spud bar I have, and I just did a little bit of jigging there. Had no bites, no nothing. I just guess there weren't any fish there. Well, I tried a couple lures and spent about 20 or 30 minutes, but no luck. But you can see obviously there is ice here at Snider's Run. And you guys saw from out there, I'm going to turn this so the sun's not in your eyes, but you guys saw the ice goes all the way out. It's just it gets sketchier and sketchier the further you go out. But here, I mean, I don't see holes all the way out, but I see a couple holes that are drilled. And, well, use caution. This lake is unpredictable, but it does look like people are using this ramp to do a little bit of ice fishing. You have to use your best discretion to decide if that's going to be you or not. Now, you guys see how I'm dressed today, right? I just got a long sleeve shirt on, no hat or anything. I think today, well, we're not making ice, that's for sure. And the ice it's silent out here. So there's no ice being made right now. The ice is just, it's either holding what it has or it's actually melting. So here we are, Raystown Lake, wintertime, hoping for ice so we can do a little ice fishing. But the truth is, this lake is just so sketchy and unpredictable, unreliable. So maybe find another lake to do your ice fishing, and if you have a chance to come down here, maybe if these temperatures hold for another week or so. Oh guys, there's two bald eagles up here. Anyway, I geek out a little bit with the eagles. But yeah, I mean, if the temperatures hold like this for another week, or better yet, 2 weeks, I think that we can start talking about doing some ice fishing here at Raystown Lake. The issue is the quality of the ice. You guys know that if you get snow, you end up with this white ice, you know, so it's really not very good. It's basically melting snow on top that creates ice on top of ice. Right now, I think what we have here at Snider's and its surrounding areas, we have probably about 4 or 5 inches of nice, clear, hard ice. And that's what we got before the big snowstorm. And then the snowstorm came and we ended up with this white ice pack on top of that hard ice. So it's good ice underneath, but it's only like 4 or 5 inches in the areas we'd probably want to fish. And then it has that white ice on top, which is basically useless. And then along the edges, of course, because the lake's dropping, the ice is cracking on the edges and you're getting this slump effect. It's not ideal. It's just not ideal. So, but that's Snider's. This is a little update from here. But I want to run down and check. Well, I'm not sure where I'm going to check next, but I'm going to check some other docks. I have the good fortune of a few guys who are ice fishing the lake they're kind of text message me and just kind of touching base with me and such. Not just Raystown Lake. I mean, they're ice fishing all over Glendale, Canoe Creek, Foster Sayers, you know, other lakes where the ice is really super good. You know, it's really good ice fishing. So it's not like there's a lack of ice fishing to be done. It's just at Raystown, we typically don't get the most ideal conditions. And we're seeing that. And the other thing is it's unpredictable because you can get good ice right at the dock, but then as soon as you leave the dock, it turns into, you know, garbage. Gets thin. Just gets bad ice. There's a lot of cracks and fissures, just unpredictable conditions. So if you guys are going to ice fish here at Raystown Lake, it's probably the best thing you can probably do is go with somebody who knows the lake and has experience ice fishing. Someone who can test the ice. It seems like, oh, just go try it out or something like that. Believe me, I'm there. I'm ready to go out on the water and start punching holes and just test it as I go and all that stuff. But there's more to it than just ice thickness. There's conditions that can change. It's the slump of the lake, the rise and fall of the water underneath. It's the temperature of the water underneath the ice, melting it from up underneath. It's the color of the ice, the quality of the ice. So yeah, super solid quality ice, you can go out on, you know, 3 or 4 inches and you're fine. But poor quality, 6 inches or more, you know, it's just not safe. You're gonna go swimming, and swimming in this kind of conditions is just something you just don't want to do. It's not the polar plunge that you're thinking. It's just deadly. So the best advice is probably just to go to a lake where other ice fishermen are currently fishing at, so you know that you can do this. And primarily, I'm telling you though, to take somebody who's experienced so that you do this safely. There's so much to it. I didn't know. This is my first year really looking into it, so I'm kind of learning like you guys are. But it's what a great year to look into ice fishing. We're getting a deep freeze for a long span here, which we normally do not get. To put this in perspective, last year on February 5th, which is essentially now when this video is coming out, I was saying to the camera in that video, the ice is gone. There were boats going out on plane, and there's zero chance that the ice is coming back. So we're right at that point of the year where normally there's no ice to even be contending with here at Raystown Lake. So of course it's not like that right now. We have what we have. So it's just, that's where we live. That's the lake that we got to call home, and it's as dangerous as it is beautiful. We love Raystown Lake, but she does not. It's a one-sided love, She does not care. She will be happy to pull you down into the cold, icy depths and end you. So don't be dumb. Thought it'd be a good idea to stop down here at H. Just because I haven't stopped down here in a couple dock updates, so why not? Lots of tracks out running across the ice. This is usually a pretty good, you can usually plan on being able to do some ice fishing here. It's a pretty good spot for that. It's pretty dependable is what I mean for ice fishing. So it looks like there's some folks pulling sleds out there and such. So a lot of holes. From here I can see quite a few of them out there, but tracks all over, and looks like it was being used. Now, is it still good ice? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of snow out there and there's a lot of white ice, but I see tracks going all the way out through the cut. So I'm guessing that people have been using this regular. But right now, there's nobody out there. So that tells me that maybe you want to check before you just go running out there on the ice, start drilling some holes. H is pretty dependable as far as ice, but that doesn't mean that anytime you come down here, it's good ice. Just drill, just check. Be sure, don't guess, don't hope. Test, test, test. Lots of drilling and move slowly. Be careful. Probably one of the bigger concerns, if you're coming down here to use the parking lots at Raystown Lake, they do 0 winter maintenance. And up at Snider's, I actually had to flip it into 4-wheel drive just because it was slick and I was starting to break, The wheels were starting to break loose. So if you don't have 4-wheel drive, you might get stuck out here just because it's essentially just snowpack. They do nothing for maintenance, so if you get stuck, it's on you to get out. So it's not great. So make sure you bring a good vehicle as well, just to make sure that you can get out of the parking lot. Of all things to be treacherous out here about, you just can't get out of the parking lot. Live streams 8 p.m. Monday night, Raystown Rendezvous. Do the registration link. Thank you so much for being here for this dock update. Send pictures of the fish you're catching on the ice, folks. Good luck out there. Be safe. Much love, much respect. See ya.